Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here. I just wanted to make a quick video. This really it doesn't have much news in it, and we will get back to making regular news videos later this week. I just wanted to make a response video to what happened during my fight in KSI versus Logan Paul. Now, I'm not sure how many of you guys saw my fight, but pretty much I was in the KSI versus Logan Paul thing. I was on the undercard, and I fought a guy named Raka, who's a really cool dude. He's Australian. He has like well over 4 million subscribers on his channel, and I decided to take up his challenge to fight. Well, I guess I asked people if they wanted to fight. Raka was the first person to message me, and you know, within 2 months, I trained my ass off, dude. I trained really hard for this thing, and you know, none of that training went into play during the fight, man. I barely landed shit on Raka, and I just got beat the fuck up. But it was an incredible experience, dude. And I mean, being in front of 15,000 people is something that not many people experience, and I'm just very happy I got that opportunity to. But let's just start off with the weigh-ins before the fight, because I know a lot of people ask me, Scarce, what was going through your head during these weigh-ins? Because if you don't know, the day before the fight, we had to go to like this private hotel Trafford or something. There's something right next to the arena, and we had to go to these weigh-ins and pretty much just make sure that we weren't way over a certain weight. And I know me and Raka had agreed on 180 pounds. So we went to these weigh-ins, right? And you know, they called me up on stage to do the weigh-in. And man, I even PewDiePie reacted to this, and he was telling me, Scarce, like you need to stop sucking in your stomach. Like what is wrong with you? Why does it look like you're sucking in your stomach? And I don't know how many of you guys know this about me, but you know, I was almost 300 pounds, like literally fucking less than a year ago, dude. I mean, I was so heavy, and you know, people used to make fun of me for it all the time when it came to you know, YouTube and stuff, and I've just been really fucking self-conscious, man. Like, I was the kid in grade school or even in high school, dude, I would leave my shirt on in the pool, just even if it's a t-shirt or something, because I just did not want to take my shirt off. So you know, I was just super self-conscious about my body, and you know, I used to be a very big dude, and you know, I might not be the leanest person in the world right now, but you know, I'm still working at it every day. But you know, I took my shirt off, and instantly I'm just like, I gotta suck in my stomach, because that's what I do all the time, especially when I was a bigger guy. That's what you did, right? So I was just sucking in my stomach because I was like totally freaking self-conscious about everything, man. Keep in mind, there's all these media there and stuff. Freaking KSI, Logan Paul's there. I mean, so many big YouTubers and stuff. And yeah, it was definitely a nerve-wracking experience. But I got up there, and then I took off my pants, and turns out that I didn't get the memo that people stopped wearing boxers back in 2002. So I'm sitting there with regular fucking boxers. I don't even have briefs. So then I go up to do a face-off with Raka, and honestly, I should have put my shirt back on. I mean, this is just, I can't even watch it myself. It's so weird. But I started laughing at Raka's face, because it was such a funny situation. Like, how do you expect me to try to act mean? Like, I don't get angry with anyone. If you're a friend of mine, you know I don't get angry. So I'm like, you know, you try to act as mean as possible, but in reality, in my head, I'm just like, this is the dumbest shit ever. This guy is a really cool dude, and like, I don't actually hate him. So I'm just laughing because he's like, you know, he just seems like a cool guy, and he's just like staring at me. It was very hard for me to keep a straight face during that weigh-in. Alright, so after the weigh-ins, you know, the event takes place the next day, and when we were trying to get into the actual arena, Manchester Arena, I guess they didn't know anything about me. None of the security knew anything. So we were stuck outside with the viewers, man, for a long time. It took us forever to get in. We were actually late getting in because I guess the security didn't know anything about us, and it was really funny because all of like the fans around there were like, no, this guy's actually in the fight itself, and the security's like, we don't know who this guy is. It was so funny because we could not get into the arena, man. We tried so hard. It took like half an hour, if not probably 45 minutes of us just like fucking screaming at these people trying to get into the arena because we were going to be late. It was so funny. But the worst part about this is when we finally got into the arena, my friend got kicked out, and he wasn't able to be let in. Even after, like, I fought, he couldn't get in. And I'm, you know, my trainers and my coach, they didn't tell me about it because they didn't want me to be nervous while I was fighting. But I mean, this guy flew all the way out to Manchester with me to watch me fight, and he couldn't even get in. It was so, oh my God, it was terrible, dude. It was such a bad experience with that. But I don't want to blame anyone in specific. I think it was just a really hectic night for everyone, and it was hard to really get in contact with many people. And the security they were just trying to make everyone safe, because I know there's been some pretty serious stuff that have happened in Manchester. So they just wanted to make sure everyone was safe in the arena. So it makes sense to me, but it was a really, really nerve-wracking, and it sucked. That takes place, and then it's my turn to go and actually fight in this thing. And, you know, I tried to build up all the confidence in the world for this, and it just, dude, you could see me when I'm walking out, dude. I'm like, I'm really trying to be confident about this, but in the back of your head, you know that, Raka's definitely more experienced, and he definitely is way more built, and he's probably going to be leagues faster than me in this thing. But I was just trying to be as confident as I possibly could be. I was trying to get angry at Raka, trying to think about hurting him in this fight, but it wasn't all that, man. It didn't turn out to be like that at all, man. I barely landed any punches, and I haven't watched the actual fight itself because, to be honest with you, I don't really want to watch the fight, man. Like, it's gonna be kind of embarrassing. I don't want to watch the fight, but I will end up eventually watching it. So yeah, I took a lot of punches. It hurt really badly, but I kept fighting. And the reason why I did that was, and I know a lot of people were asking, why the hell did you just keep going and going and going all 3 rounds? You just kept getting hit and hit. And to be honest, the reason why I did that was because, like, this wasn't about me. Like, this fight was so much bigger than just me going out there for some YouTuber event. If you don't know, 6 weeks ago, my dad passed away. Okay, he passed away before my eyes. All right, and it was totally unexpected. He's a pretty young dude. He passed away, dude. It was fucked a couple weeks ago, and my dad was so proud of me with this boxing stuff. Like, he wanted to see me do this. So I don't know if there's like an afterlife or a freaking heaven or whatever, dude. But I would imagine that if that is possible and he is looking down on me like people say, I would hope that he was watching me in that ring. And I did not want to go down with my fucking dad watching me, man, up there. I mean, he definitely saw me get beat up, but he did not see me go down. And that's what I'm happy about. I'm happy I lasted those 3 rounds, and yes, it was pretty much, it was a TKO, but I didn't pussy out, and I went in there and I fucking did it, dude. The only really serious injury I got from this fight was the nose. The doctor said my nose is broken. And to be honest, it just sucks for the sheer fact that I can't taste food right now. Like, I've been dieting for so long, man. I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. I used to eat like 2 pints of Ben & Jerry's in one sitting. I love food, man. I love food, and you're never going to stop me from loving food. But for this fight, I had to lose a ton of weight. So we lost a ridiculous amount of weight for this thing. And I couldn't have my fix of eating so much food. So these last couple of days have been hard, man, because I can't taste anything. Because if you don't have like a sense of smell and you can't really breathe in and out through your nose, then fuck, dude. Like, I can't, like, nothing tastes good. It just tastes the same, which is the worst part about this whole thing, man. I wanted to go home. I wanted to have a fucking buffet. I wanted to go eat out. I haven't eaten out in like 6, probably even longer, probably 8 months I haven't eaten out. And nothing tastes good right now. So hopefully the nose clears up over the next few weeks. And this whole week, it's just been kind of like a leaky faucet. It's just been bleeding constantly. So, I've just been keeping a towel around, and I just, wipe the blood off and stuff. And it's not really that big a deal, to be honest. I mean, plenty of boxers get broken noses after fights. And, I'm just gonna go to the doctor today, hopefully get it x-rayed and figure out what the hell is going on there. But other than that, I feel pretty good. My neck was killing me the night after the fight. Also, my jaw is fucked as well. Now, my jaw got fucked up during sparring too, and I had a bunch of other injuries during sparring, but these are definitely like next level. The jaw hurts like a motherfucker, dude. It's hard to chew. Same with the neck. Like, it's hard to just like get up after you try laying down because the neck just doesn't want to move. But that's pretty much it, man. I can handle that. I mean, keep in mind, guys, literally 6 months ago, I was addicted to pills, dude. I was almost 300 pounds. I was at like rock bottom, man, in my life. I was at such a terrible, terrible point in my life. And in 6 months' time, dude, I was literally in the gym for like 4 to 5 hours a day, man. Whether it be boxing or, you know, weight training or anything like that. Even though I don't have much muscle, obviously, we were just, I mean, we were trying everything possible to get me to lose this weight. The diet was so fucking strict, man. It's just, dude, we tried so hard. And for those of you guys that are saying, oh, I barely trained, I did, dude. I did train very hard for this thing. Actually, a lot of my spars are up on YouTube, and I might share a lot of them with you guys. But, dude, I probably sparred like 30 times before this thing. We were sparring every single day, multiple times a day, by the end of this for weeks and weeks. And you know, I thought that I had a chance here, man. I really did think that it was possible, but, you know, shit like that doesn't happen in real life. Like, you don't just win just from working hard, okay? You don't just get a participation trophy. We have to work harder, man. We have to work harder, and that's why I want a rematch to happen. It doesn't have to be between me and Rock. It could be with any fucking YouTuber. Any YouTuber that wants to call me out, go for it, man. Let's do it, because I'm not going to let myself just lose. After 2 months of training and going in front of those people and losing like that, man, like, I'm not going to let that be the end of me, dude. We're going to go back in the gym. We're going to train 10, 20 times hard, 100 times harder, man. We're going to train so fucking hard for this next event. I don't know if it's coming up in January of next year. I'm not entirely sure, but I heard it's happening in New York, dude. It's happening where I live. So I hope that it happens in New York, maybe Madison Square Garden or something, because that would be very close to me. I wouldn't have to fly out, and it would be absolutely amazing, dude. I would train so much harder than I did this time, and I'm not saying I didn't train for this one. I trained my fucking ass off. So that's gonna end off the video for today, guys. And honestly, like, I have so much more I want to say about this thing, but I want to make like maybe a reaction video to the fight or something. I know that the fights are getting uploaded like I think a week from now, so I'll wait until the fights are uploaded and we can actually post the videos of the fights. And then I'll do a reaction video letting you guys know exactly what was going through my head while I was getting it punched in during this fight. Man, it's funny. And I know people are going to say, you know, why aren't you more angry about the outcome? But, dude, it's like if I had beef with Raka, then it would have been a different story. But the guy was such a cool dude, and he was an animal out there, man. And props to fucking Raka, dude.